Sup? Don't mind me. I'm just casually working out in the gym because I did the Inca Trail, didn't I? Like 2 days ago. 4 days, 3 nights. So I'm naturally hard as nails. So I live here now. I live in the gym because I'm one of the strongest people in the world. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I thought that would be really funny. And once I found that funny, I'm not entirely certain that came across. But yeah, so today is, I'm going to continue doing this because I'm hilarious. I'm flying home today, so I've been in Peru for the last, oh, is that a plane? I feel like that might be a plane. I'm going to be on one of those later on today at 8 o'clock this evening, assuming everything goes well. So when I should probably stop this. This is probably really distracting, but oh, I do make myself laugh. I'm going to pop this down. So yeah, I did the 4-day Inca Trail, and when I signed up, I didn't realise how difficult it would be. I think the thing is, like, you have to sign up maybe like a year in advance anyway, because spaces fill out like tremendously fast. So I did it, and I was like, oh, it'd be fine. And then all of a sudden, it was the day that I had to do it, and I was put together in a group with 5 other people, one of which was a couple. And then you had 3 friends, and they were all lovely, like they were such nice people, but they were so fit. And there was me, who, by the way, I've done absolutely 0 training for it whatsoever. So there I was, like walking up this hill, and it was within the first like 40, 50 seconds, definitely under a minute. We had to like walk up this fairly steep hill, and I was thinking, fuck. I've got 4 days of this and I'm struggling. Like, my heart was panting. First day was tremendously hard. In fact, they all went ahead of me, and I had like the tour guide, and he was maybe like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes behind me, just ensuring that everyone, we were like herded essentially to our first destination. And I remember stopping, just having a bit of a cry on, just thinking to myself, I can't do this. Like, there's no way that this is first day. I've got 3 other days of this shit. And I was also thinking to myself, like, why am I doing this? Because you can, another option, which I didn't realise at the time, but I do realise now, you can get to Machu Picchu, don't know why there's a lot of hand movements, but you can get to Machu Picchu via a fucking train. But Muggins here decides I'm going to do the 4-day hike, despite the fact I hate hiking and I loathe camping. So yeah, that was fun. So first day was really hard, and then second day we did, it was a pass called, in fact, bear with, I'm going to try and find the map. So I found it. It's not the greatest of conditions, so I'm not entirely certain whether you'll be able to see it. Can you see that? Yeah, okay, so you've got this bit to this, well, this bit to this bit, it's the first day, this bit, second day, third day, and then the last. So first day, that's where I cried, about right there, had a bit of a breakdown, and then second day, we had to go all the way up, then down again, which of course was heartbreaking after all of that work, and then we had to go up again and then down. So from a physical stance, second day should have been incredibly more difficult than the first day. I'm just going to place that there. But in fact I found the first day much more difficult, and then third day in comparison was a breeze. In fact, I'll show you. So it was predominantly just downhill and these bits of steps, and then the 4th day is fairly flat, although we will get to that. I don't know what's happening with the light, but it just keeps getting darker, but I think you can see me, so let's just proceed. So yeah, third day was, it was a breeze in comparison, and there was a, you know, the bit where the steps are. Well, for the first day and the second day, I was always last to arrive at the campsite. So third day, there was no way in hell that those fuckers are going to beat me. So there was a moment when we were just about to go down the steps and the tour guide was like, you go first because you're holding everyone up. So I did, and then people naturally like started walking behind me after, I don't know, 10-15 seconds. But because you go down like one area and then you turn and then go down another, when I was going down the first, I heard them like following me because of course we were all going to the same destination. And then the moment I turned, I ran. And I started running because I wanted to win. And I know that's not the right attitude, but I think it's because for the I'm so sorry if there's loads of external noise, but for the 2 days prior, I was last every single time. I was last for breakfast, I was last for lunch, I was last arriving to the campsite. So I think on third day, I knew my strength. My strength certainly wasn't going uphill. My strength was going downhill. So I figured if there was any day that I was going to win, that's not the attitude. If there was any day that I was going to succeed, it was going to be the third day. And I did, and I got about a 7-8 minute start on them. So I arrived comfortably at the campsite thinking, yeah, I've got it going on. And then the other group, well, the rest of the group joined me and was like, we didn't see you, like, did you start running? And I was like, I may have done. So yeah, that was good fun. And then, so it was a fairly short day on the third day. I think it was like 6 hours walking, which sounds a lot. It sounds a lot because it is a lot, but in comparison to like the first day where it was like 8 hours walking and then the second day was 10 hours, we kind of had, well we had the rest of the afternoon on the third day in preparation for the fourth day, which is Machu Picchu day. So we just chilled out for the remainder of the afternoon, and then on the fourth day we woke up at like 2-3 o'clock, made sure that we were in line because the door to the Machu Picchu trail, they call it like a particular name but I can't remember it, didn't open until 5:30. So we had like this long queue. Very beginning of the queue, those people had been awake since like 1:30, and then people nearing the end hadn't, you know, joined the queue until like 25 minutes past 5. And I was, you know, when you just get like a feel that like it was a bit bustly and like there was just a lot of movement, and I just said to the tour guide, I was like, Marco, which is his name, otherwise I'd be weird. I was like, Marco, the moment the doors open, do people rush past you? And he looked at me and he went, Emmy, usually yes, but not today. I was like, oh shit, here we go, challenge on. So the moment those doors opened, we went for it. I don't think I've ever walked so quickly in my life. At one point, I think we as a team were like jogging and we were like surpassing everybody. I think we perhaps passed maybe like 4 or 5 groups. We were going so quickly that we managed to cut down a 2-hour walk to 45 minutes. And there were moments where I couldn't breathe. But then we arrived and it was everything, because for about 20 seconds, I'd say, we had Machu Picchu by ourselves. Like there was no one around. And it was just, it was stunning. It was so lovely. So we arrived and then like 20 seconds we'd seen it. And then Marco was like, come with me, come with me. And he was like being really like coy about it. He was like, follow me. So we like followed and everybody stayed in like, well, aside from our little group, everybody else stayed in like the initial destination. So we like just walked on past. And there was a corner and he was like, this is the best view. And it was just, it was magical and it was so lovely. In fact, I will put some pictures up here. And I was just having the time of my life. And I don't think I explained it in the previous video where I did that stupid video about what I'm wearing to Peru. But I had it was a dream of mine to go to Machu Picchu since I was about 7 or 8 years old when I did a school project about Peru. And it was just incredible to be there. And we had, like I said, like 4 days of this hiking. So I kind of felt like it was well deserved at that point. But then in addition to that, Marco had taught us about the history of Machu Picchu and how they suspect that it came to be and all of these theories. And it was just really lovely to be part of it. And also we had the best day weather-wise. So over the 4 days I hiked, yes, we did have some rain. I think it rained on us like twice. No, 3 times in total, 2 of which it was actually quite pleasant because we were walking up a hill, or walking down it rather. The other time it was like a torrential downpour, but that was okay because we had just arrived at campsites. We just, yeah, stayed in our tents and everything was fine. Oh no, someone's gonna come in. That'll be fine. Who comes into the gym on a Sunday at like 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon? No one. I just wanted to touch base and see how you are and what you're up to. I've had a really lovely trip. It's been good. It certainly hasn't been relaxing. I would have very much enjoyed going to Hawaii with a pina colada in hand, but it has been really good. I'm looking forward to going home though, for a variety of reasons, but I suppose the main reason is that I'm desperate to see my friend Emily. Like, it's only been 9 days, but I've been thinking of Emily maybe like every single day. Like, I love her, and I've missed her tremendously. So yeah, that's it from me. I no doubt will talk about the Inca Trail in perhaps a bit more detail next time, but I figured I would just do a fairly short-ish recording to say hello. Oh, I was planning on doing a recording of the Inca Trail, but it turns out that I can't breathe very well walking up a hill, so it would have been essentially me just going so that's not entertaining for anyone. But yeah, I hope that you're having a wonderful time wherever you are in the world. Let me know like what you've been up to, and please at least consider subscribing, because I put out really stupid content and it'd be weird if nobody's watching it. Alright, speak to you later. Peace.